As a pirate's life is well and truly tucked up, I think it's time we get back to Sea of Thieves. And one way I'd like to see that are some sequels or remakes to some big named content updates and some little ones. So, what if updates had sequels? Now, before we get on with it, I know some updates do have sequels, like Fort of the Damned being a sequel to Festival of the Damned, and Heart of Fire being a sequel to Seabound Soul. What I'm talking about in this case is some sequels to updates that really don't exist anymore, like The Hungering Deep. Hungering Deep was the epitome of Sea of Thieves and really showed why this game is so special, but now, there is no way to experience that anymore, along with things like the Build Rat Adventures. So, why not bring back the content for people to enjoy? A big problem with seasonal content is that we get one big drop and then a few fixes and an Emporium update midway through, and the seasonal events. The latter doesn't really bring back people to the game because they're made up of a series of challenges based on things we already do in standard gameplay, and if we're lucky, we'll get some cosmetics for it, but this isn't always the case. Instead of these events, Rare should bring back Build Rat Adventures, but with some new rewards so older players can actually be rewarded for these. And to make things even more exciting, why not add a new twist? For instance, if Rare wanted to repeat Cursed Crews, why not add a few more Cursed Cannibals into the mix, just to spice things up? Or let's bring back Skeleton Thrones, but add some more in the Devil's Roar, which are even harder to get to. Hell, even bring back the Sunken Curse, but add giant mermaid statues that appear randomly on the map that drop loads of gems. These not only add evergreen content that can continue after the events, but also spice things up, rather than getting us to ring the bell at Sea Dog's Tavern for the 7th time this year. Originally, I was disappointed with the Build Rat Adventures, but nowadays they're night and day better compared to our event system at the moment. Along with this, we got them every 2 weeks in between massive updates. Let's get onto the meat of the video. How can we bring back some old events like the Hungering Deep for new and old players to enjoy? New players will never be able to experience what it's like to find the journals across the sea, then flag down some crew to be able to summon the Meg. Maybe take out the last bit though, that wasn't so fun. We got to take Merrick Shanty from Sharkbait Cove to Devil's Ridge and tackle the never before seen Megalodon. I still remember this event and the atmosphere was electric at the time, the community really felt alive and this was just a taste of things to come. For the return of the Hungering Deep, there'll be a new set of rewards for players to earn as well as a gold bonus when finishing the voyage. But what's the point of adding this back if the magic has worn off for older players? Well, let's just not add the Hungering Deep back to the game, but perhaps we could have a sequel to make things exciting again. Many of you keen-eyed sailors know that there are 4 variants of the Megalodon: the Hungry One, the Crested Queen, the Shadowmoor, and the Ancient Terror. Although the most keen-eyed sailors will know there's a secret 5th variant, one so rare that only some even claim to have glimpsed it, and many believe it to be mere a fable on the seas. I'm of course talking about Redmaw. Redmaw is a legendary Megalodon that Grace Morrow claims to have had several run-ins with, but no one else speaks of this fearsome creature. This is how our story starts, at Morrow's Peak. Grace sends a note to Larina, requesting our aid, that many ships have gone missing on their way to Morrow's Peak, and the route is even more dangerous than before. With the sirens coming back, the locals believe it to be their doing. Many bits of debris have been washing up in the Devil's Roar, and we have to track them down to find out what happened. This leads us around the Devil's Roar, finding notes of debris to uncover what is causing the ships to sink. The debris is seen as charred and twisted, as if ships have been destroyed by the land's volcanoes, but they are also littered with giant teeth marks. After bringing the evidence back to Grace, it confirms her suspicions, that Redmaw has awoken, but without a crew and a ship, Grace won't be able to stop it, so it's down to us. Grace will play a shanty for us while we have to take it to the south of Devil's Ridge to summon Redmaw. We reach Devil's Ridge, causing our tattoos to glow, but this time in a flaming red. Redmaw emerges from the depths, smashing into our ship, revealing himself to have a fiery glow imbued with ashen magic. Instead of the regular fight, Redmaw causes fire damage to the ship and has a new attack that sends explosive orbs in his wake. We battle Redmaw and upon his defeat, he releases a large haul of ashen treasure. Upon speaking to Grace for our reward, she hypothesizes that Redmaw came into contact with the same ashen gems that caused the Ashen Curse and made him increasingly violent. There's some rewards for this voyage, including the fiery tattoos and the Redmaw set for completing all the commendations. Think of this as a voyage that can be repeated, combining the story elements of Tall Tales but including that treasure haul at the end to encourage players to repeat this voyage. Think of this like a vault voyage, with the challenge being the fight instead of the vault at the end. What happens if another player wants to do it? Well, this would add another location to fight Redmaw, with 6 areas the fight can be encountered. The only hurdle would be the server stability, but I'm sure Rare could work out how to streamline the performance. I would absolutely love this to be a thing and would be a great way to adapt older content and experiences while making them fresh again. Something like this with a content drop would be very much appreciated at the start of a season, and basically, I fucking love the Hungering Deep. And finally, let's talk about an underappreciated part of smaller update cycles and something that can be fleshed out: mercenary voyages. These voyages were launched in the wake of Anniversary and really offered some great risk versus reward play. Again, they weren't right for the game at the time, but in the scope of seasons, they would be really nice. Here, we're looking specifically at the Reapers runs, which was like a Thieves Haven run, but to get extra rewards, you had to raise the Reapers flag, which caused islands to become PvP hotspots. Rare should add a rotating Reapers run voyage, so the islands would change each month to create PvP hotspots with a larger amount of loot to really make these desirable. To make these more streamlined too, instead of having us go back and forth between islands, they could add a shorter voyage with high value loot and many dig spots to cause you to be away from the ship for a longer amount of time and increasing the potential PvP. And lastly, I would like to see black powder stashes come back, with voyages that give you access to stronghold kegs where you have to deliver them at specific outposts for large gold and rep bonuses. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and made it this far, please consider subscribing as we've got loads more content to come and Season 4 to look forward to. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitch where you can get exclusive drops and some hilarious gameplay. Check this video out for a taster and the Obsidian 6-pack giveaway. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.
With the strange mirth that they could not understand, it seems they care for no reward for tender ministration.